Welcome to today's video. Get ready to witness heart-pounding, edge-of-your-seat moments where one small mistake can lead to disastrous consequences. Every decision, every move matters when it comes to protecting lives. Stay alert and stay safe. Close call. A truck driver in Ohio escaped seconds before a train demolished his cabin.
Oh no.
Security footage shows the crossing gate smashing into the cab roof, then lowering between the cabin and trailer. A breathtaking moment. Heart-stopping moment. A car lost control and crashed into the back of a semi-truck. The impact sent a dog flying out of the vehicle, running to the roadside. Hopefully, no injuries reported. A nearly horrifying encounter. A truck suddenly crashes through the barrier, running straight into the young driving car. Luckily, the collision hasn't occurred. The bridge clearly warned that it could not support a load of more than 3 tons, but the truck driver still responded to cross it. The result? The wooden bridge collapsed right under the wheels, dragging the entire truck into the river. In Bergen op Zoom, a bus broke down suddenly, stopping right on the tracks. Just as a speeding train approached, the driver jumped out, but too late to stop the train. Flashing red lights and lowered barriers signaled an unavoidable disaster. The train couldn't brake in time, slamming into the bus with such force it split in half, sending debris flying everywhere. The brick truck rushed forward, trying to avoid a series of stopped cars and struck hard to the right. When it stopped, the pile of bricks on the track come down, burying the silver car next to it.
Pennsylvania. And there was
I'm good.
what's going on?
Someone just kind of...
It seems the truck driver forgot that he was carrying many cars on the bed, so when he drove under the bridge, boom! The highest car collided hard, heavily damaged. A careless move that caused great damage. Too rare. The truck speed past and suddenly overloaded. The body of the car crashed into a massive space in the middle of the highway. Luckily, no one was hit. The driver braked hard in time to avoid tragedy. Two road repair vehicles were parked on the side of the highway when suddenly, a yellow truck ranges, crashes the car in front, and flies up the slope. The male worker standing nearby nearly escaped death. A second slower could have been a disaster. The black car turned on the signal, but suddenly, a large truck crashed through the intersection. Result? The car was crashed, the front part completely destroyed. The speed is too terrible. The Porsche ranges at high speed, hardly collapses into the back of a car in the freeway lane. Both cars loses control, sliding into the emergency lane. A horrible crash. When speed gets out of control, the consequences are unpredicted. Security footage shows an elderly Sec man walking onto the tracks, completely oblivious to the oncoming train. The impact threw him to the ground, sending his shoe flying. Miraculously, he was unharmed, stood up, and walked away as if nothing happened. The fighter plane has a problem while landing, forcing the pilot to emboss his emergency seat and parachute to the ground.
Oh, he just crashed.
The Maruti tried to overtake but loses control, spinning 180 degrees right in front of the truck behind. Only thanks to the truck driver. Brakes in time, that disaster was averted. A reckless overtaking that almost cost a lot. Do you think the Maruti driver was too reckless? Deadly blind spot. At the intersection, the container truck and the Vios turned together, but at that moment, the Vios suddenly stopped, falling right into the blind spot. The container truck continued moving without knowing, then crashed the Vios under it. Dangerous rare overcome. The tractor-trailer's speed encroached into the opposite lane to overtake. Risk of an accident imminent. Luckily, the driver of the camera reacted in time, braked hard, avoiding disaster. A breathe-worthy escape. Almost crushed. The tanker truck braked, losing balance and overtaken, almost crushing the 7-seater car driving close to the curb. Luckily, only the rear of the car was damaged. A near-found escape. Too fast, too dangerous. The heavy dump truck entered the corner without slowing down, and the result? Losing control, overlapping in the middle of the road. A horrible accident, all because of inconsideration. Stunning scene. A train plowed through floodwaters, creating a massive water spray that completely obscured visibility. Extremely dangerous. One wrong move could lead to disaster. Sleep and disaster. The small Audi zooms between lanes. The driver looks very tired. Then, boom, crashes into a truck, flips over the barrier, and not stopping, is hit by the camera car. A series of horrific accidents, all because of loss of concentrants. The man on the motorbike suddenly ran into the car range, then hickled hard into the back of the car before falling off onto the road. A moment of carelessness.
Đang tông mình ông ơi.
Too much curving. The car turned too hard. losing control and crashing straight into the road barrier. The impact was so strong that the car bounced up before stopping. An expensive lesson. Recklessly dangerous. A pickup truck ignored warning lights and lowered barriers, deliberately crossing the tracks. The result? A violent collision with a train. Luckily, no one was injured, but this is a costly lesson in negligence.
Woo! Fatal Fury. Out.
Dangerous just because of a call. The driver lost focus, didn't see the bus in front, slowed down, turned the wheel hard, crashed into the train barrier. Passengers fled. The driver reversed the car in time before the train arrived. A second of distraction almost turned into a tragedy. What do you think about this situation? The biplane fatally fatalized during a demonstration, forcing an emergency landing. But when it touched the ground, the left wing hit first, causing the plane to flip up and burn violently. The white car rushed out without looking, forcing the truck to swift into the opposite lane. At that moment, another car rushed in. Luckily, the driver reflected in time, avoiding tragedy. Security camera captured a truck driver attempting to navigate Rua Artur Mendonça in Tatuapé, eastern São Paulo, but his vehicle got stuck on a parked car and was dragged along. The crash sent another car slamming into the vehicle ahead, causing chaos. The truck driver stepped out, assessed the damage, then walked away, leaving the devastation for the unlucky car owner. The car sped down the road, but suddenly, a truck was crossing the road right in front of it. Luckily, the driver reflected quickly, avoiding the accident by a hair's breadth. A very technical move. The 16-seat car from the branch road rushed across the main road without observing or slowing down. At that moment, the car rushed and hardly crashed the rear of the 16-seat car. The hydraulic system of the dump truck suddenly explodes, causing the truck bed to fall down too fast. The front of the truck pops up and then hit hard on the ground, causing the windshield to break off. A scary incident. The transport vehicle tried to pass a car parked on the side of the road, but at that moment, a container truck coming from the opposite direction rushed towards it. The driver jumped the steering to avoid it, but loses control, hits the roadside, and overtakes it. High-stakes chase in Omro. Suspects in a shooting case were caught after a wild pursuit involving a U-Haul. As police discovered their escape route the chase was on, State Patrol successfully deployed a tire deflation device, causing the tires to shred rapidly. The motorcyclist was driving slowly when suddenly, a traffic cone was blown by the wind into the middle of the road. Not having time to react, he tripped it, falling over with his car. A rare incident, but the consequences are obvious. Crash on Atal Setu. According to an officer from Nahava Shiva police station, a red Maruti traveling from Navi Mumbai to Mumbai collided with a median, flipped over, and skidded before landing upright. Luckily, the female driver suffered only minor injuries, though the roof and windshield were badly damaged. Too rare, the Mazda 3 cut in front of the ongoing container truck, and the consequences came immediately. The strong impact to the side of the car sent it straight into the median strip. A reckless overtaking almost cost. Without signaling, the car driver slowly crossed the intersection, but suddenly pressed the gas just as a motorcyclist rushed towards him. Result? A hard case, the motorcyclist sliding, and both of them falling onto the road. Container speed to run a red light, but suddenly, a car cut off the road. Container driver forced to steering hard, causing the car to fold in twin in the middle of the intersection. A scary escape. The Honda Jazz driver suddenly turned right across the opposite lane to overtake a truck, but almost hits a motorbike. In a breathtaking moment, the driver drifted and turned around, almost losing control, but luckily survived. Unexpected twist. A truck behind a Myvi suddenly slowed down but couldn't stop in time, lost balance, and rolled off the road. Luckily, the accident didn't occur near a cliff, and the truck flipped 180 degrees, landing upside down. What a terrifying escape. Receiving a call for assistance. The police car sped on the road but suddenly had to avoid a car crossing the road. The result? Losing control, running straight into the gas station, crashing 3 parking cars in a series horror. As the truck passed, the wheel suddenly falls off, but instead of rolling to the ground, it runs straight into a parked silver Nissan Navara. A rare accident. Horrific accident! A Polish registered truck carrying an unusually large load got stuck at an intersection. Tragically, a passenger train was approaching at full speed. The collision was inevitable. Damage estimated at 150,000 euros. Video footage captured the terrifying moment, leaving viewers stunned. The super luxury SUV suddenly turned off the turn signal and then straightened, causing the woman on the motorbike to panic, brake hard, and fall over. Luckily, a passerby helped, but the SUV disappeared without a word. A fatal overcome. The first tractor trailer was turning right when the second tractor trailer suddenly overtook it, hits it, and sends both of them straight into a hatchback, and a motorcyclist stopped at a red light. Terrible loss of control. The car crashed into the barrier, overflowed in the middle of the traffic. Pedestrians panic, rushed to the driver's rescue. A breathe-cut escape. What do you think about this situation? The car stopped to wait for the train, but the barrier suddenly lifted up before the train passed. Out of sight, the driver decided to keep going, just as the train comes. The result? The car is hit by the train. Dangerous situation. A girl on an electric scooter failed to slow down and didn't pay attention while making a right turn into a narrow alley. The result? She crashed straight into a moving car. The impact threw both her and the scooter off balance, creating a shocking moment for everyone involved. Mercedes' driver overcame, signaled, then changed direction abruptly without looking. Result? White car swerved in front of dump truck, got hit in the back. Dump truck braked, leaving burning tire marks on the road. The car did not yield on the priority road, and the truck driver did not slow down. The result? A horrible side-to-side collision, pushing the car flip dozens of meters before stopping. A truck driver attempted to cross the tracks at a construction site, ignoring the oncoming train. The result? A direct collision with the train, derailing it on impact. Luckily, no one was injured. The big truck suddenly shifted, hitting the black car, causing it to lose control and crash into the small truck in front. The result? The small truck flipped several times in the middle of the road, while the black car drove into the oncoming lane. Luckily, the small truck driver was safe and unharmed. Horrific loss of control. The truck ranges without brakes, crashing straight into a series of cars parked on the side of the road. Metal collapses, glass flies, a scene of chaos. The truck suddenly loses control, crashes straight into a house, crushes the iron gate frame, and overflows in the very mid-left into the parking lot. What the hell? The tractor trailer overtakes the barrier, lost all 4 rear wheels in Doral, Florida. At first, the driver tries to back up out of the tight spot, but as he moves forward, boom, all the wheels blow off. One wrong move, unexpected consequences. Bizarre accident, a shocking incident in Taizhou City, Zhejiang Province, China. The homeowner reported hearing a loud crash, only to discover an SUV stranded on his rooftop. The driver admitted losing control while swerving to avoid another vehicle. Luckily, no one was injured. The train slammed into the trailer, wrapping it around a telephone pole before crushing the body. Vinyl siding was torn off and wood flew everywhere as the structure collapsed. After the collision, the truck's cab lay along the tracks, with only splinters of wood left behind. Despite the chaos, no injuries were reported. The driver loses control, crashes into the side of the road, causing the truck to take off. A series of aluminum parts flies all over the road. Luckily, no one else is injured, but the driver suffers heavy consequences. The driver was panicked when a child suddenly ran into the road. He yanked the wheel to avoid it, but the car sliding hard, almost overflowing. Luckily, it gradually stabled and stopped safely. Brightline high-speed train slams into a stranded SUV on the tracks, with the entire incident caught on camera. Luckily, the driver escaped just in time before impact. Could this be the most daring stunt of the franchise? Get ready for an unbelievable action sequence. It's braking! The Honda City backs up into the gas station, but mistakes the acceleration pedal, swings straight, knocking down the piping bump. A moment of panic, almost a disaster. Mistaken accelerator or too hasty. The black car driver, despite the stop sign, trying to run through the intersection, but boom! A truck range. Crashed sideways with the car, then crashed into two other cars waiting at the light. Unusual accident in Beit Shemesh. A native express bus, without passengers and apparently without a parking brake, suddenly rolled out of control, crashing into a pedestrian in a parking lot. A truly terrifying moment. White car driver goes past the turn but intentionally stops in the middle of the road to turn around. At that moment, a truck rushes by, forcing him to steering hard to avoid it. Result? The white car was unexpected, but the truck walked and then overtaken. Breathless moment. A drunk driver in Taiwan recklessly sped across the tracks just as a speeding train approached. CCTV footage captures the car smashing through the barriers, hitting the side of the train, then being flung away. Luckily, no one was injured. Narrow escape. Speeding on the street? Too dangerous. Do you think this is the most reckless overtaking move? The car suddenly swerves right, crashes into the motorcycle, causing pedestrians to fall off onto the road. Luckily, no one is injured, but the car driver disappears without a backward glance. Terrifying scene. A freight train in Texas plowed into a pickup truck stranded on the tracks, just after it was rescued from a deadly car crash. This marks yet another horrific incident on U.S. railways.
Johnny!
Tragedy in Russia. A truck driver lost control after brake failure, crashing straight into a freight train. The devastating collision resulted in the driver's instant death. The train derailed, causing severe damage. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more thrilling content. Hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.